Hey guys, it's Latte from HardwareZone, and today we're going to be talking about these. In a couple of months ago, I sort of reviewed the Espresso Virtuo Creatista. That was an espresso machine that had a built-in Steam 1 auto frother that's supposed to create like silky textured milk that can make latte art. Now that machine costs about 1,100 Singapore dollars, whereas the base Nespresso Virtuo machine you can get for about 250 bucks. So that's quite a premium for a single-use feature. $850 is quite a lot of money to pay, and it wasn't really that good in the first place because it could only operate at a very narrow set of conditions, and only one setting basically worked for me. So that got me thinking, what could I get for $850 that could possibly do the same things? There must be products in the market that did this. There must be people with the same issue, right? Whether you have a pot-based machine or a manual espresso machine like a Flare or a robot, or one of those hand pump machines like the NanoPresso or PicoPresso. How about matcha? People love matcha these days. Matcha lattes are all the craze. And you don't have something that it's standalone, that's specifically made to make latte art quality milk. Well, it turns out there are quite a few products. Now, all of these interestingly started off as a Kickstarter project. On my left, this is the Morning Dream. These are the same guys that made the Morning Machine. This was that super high-tech Nespresso compatible pot machine I also reviewed a couple of years back. And now they've made the Morning Dream. This is also a high-tech Steam 1 that has auto capabilities. This is the Subminimal Nanofoamer Pro. This is a jug that heats up milk as well as froths into latte art. We've got more jugs. These two are the Dreo Barista Maker and the Barista Maker Air. The only difference is that the Barista Maker is the more high-end version. It has more options. It has a built-in jug as well, whereas the Barista Maker Air is sort of like an all-in-one where you just froth your milk. And then we have your Maestri House Luna Fro Art. This is a stick hand frother, and what's interesting with this is also it's not like your $5 stick frothers that you can buy from IKEA. This is also used to make latte art. This product isn't even in the market yet. This is a Kickstarter project that is upcoming. It's not even out yet. I saw this on Facebook, I think, or Instagram, and I sort of reached out to them and see if they would send me one, and they did. So if you watch this video and you like this product, head on to Kickstarter. This project is upcoming real soon, and it's not out yet, but you could possibly get it for a pretty good price. I don't even know the price, but there it is. This costs $500, the Morning Dream. The Nanofoamer Pro is around 200-ish. These two aren't actually sold in Singapore directly, although they do have UK plugs, 220 to 240 watt, that you can buy online and get it shipped here. This costs about $100 and this only costs about $60, which is equivalent to 130 Singapore dollars for the Barista Maker, and I think 70 or 80 bucks for the Barista Maker Air. Now, of course, this does not include shipping, but this is way cheaper than these options. And this, it's not out yet, so I'm sort of thinking that they might release this around the $50, $60 price. But as you can see, we've got a range of products from Steam 1 to frothing jugs to hand frothers at a range of prices, and even the most expensive one is $300 cheaper than what you would be paying for with the Nespresso Virtuo Creatista. So how do they work? Here's how it's going to work. Now, for the testing phase, we're going to use the Morning Dream to make our espressos. It's just the easier choice here in the studio. There's less things to wash and less mess that's made. Pods are easy. This machine is incredibly accurate. I can set the exact same settings for all our cups, so we don't have to worry about that. We're here to talk about milk. And then I'm going to test each one of these machines in their auto mode because that's what we're here for. We want to see ease of use. how easy it is to get things running. We want to see the quality of the milk, how it's capable of actually making latte art, how well the milk holds up, how well the milk foam holds up over time, and how does it taste, texture, and all that, fancy bougie stuff. We also want to see how versatile each machine is. Let's get on with drinking lots of milk now. Hey guys, it's Zach from the future. Gonna interrupt this video to try and explain what's going on. When we first did this test, I tried using the barista maker's own jug to pour, and as you can see, it was kind of a negative demonstration because I wasn't used to the jug, the size, the weight, the handling. So we redid the whole barista maker experiment using my own pitcher, which is the same pitcher that we use for all the other milk frothers, and it turned out a lot better. So let's get back to the video. Okay, so tests done. Here are the results. I went from the Morning Dream first, Nanoformer Pro, Dreo Barista Maker, Maestri House, Lunafro Art. The Morning Dream, which is the only steam one in this whole 4 products, is a dream to use. I mean, seriously, I have never actually used it on its auto mode. I've always used it manually with a pitcher in hand and holding it properly and try to adjust. But auto mode works. Right? The only problem is, if you saw just now, we had to fiddle around a lot with trying to pop up the jug because the amount of milk that we use for this small, like flat white glass is just not sufficient to just leave it like that. The steam one is a little bit short for that and it doesn't reach the level of the milk. So I actually had to swap this out and try and find some boxes to sort of prop up. But once it's in there, it works pretty well. The milk was smooth, it's flowing, it lasts really well. It has the sort of thinnest consistency of all of them. And it still tastes really good texture-wise, even though I've made it for this long. It's kind of cold now and the coffee is gross, but the texture of the milk actually still holds up. I can still taste the sort of like velvety smoothness. This, I'm very disappointed that it disintegrated so fast. I actually don't even taste the textured milk anymore. It's just like I'm drinking a flat, watery coffee. Yeah, I don't even taste the bubbles anymore. So that is quite disappointing. Dreo Barista Maker, it's still there. There's still a bit of texture and This is the one that surprised me the most. And this, of course, was the last one I made. I would say the taste is okay because we are using the same coffee, we're using the same milk. Just that you gotta play quite a lot more with this trial and error to get it right. So which one would I pick? Ideally, all of them, because they all have their own uses for real. But if you have dreams of being a barista and you want to specifically make latte art, then the Morning Dream is really the machine for you. Now, $500 may seem like it's a lot of money for just a steam one, but remember at the start of this, the reason why this video came about is because of the Nespresso Virtuo Creatista, which you get a subpar auto steam one for $850. So if you think about that, this high-tech, advanced, smart steam one for $500, it's a dream. Now, between these two jugs, the Nanoformer Pro and the Drill Barista Maker, I'd go for the Drill Barista Maker. It just seems like a more well-rounded product. It's easier to clean. It does more things. It has more functions. It has clear indicators of what you need to do, even a countdown timer. It specifically tells you what you need to add, what you need to put into it. Even the impellers, when you choose the option, it will tell you to use the impeller or the spinny head thingy. But it is clear. The only problem is you cannot get this in Singapore. You do have to import it. It's much cheaper than the Nanoformer Pro, but I think after you add your shipping costs and the issue of warranty, you might think twice, but it's clear that this does so much better than the Nanoformer Pro. I'm quite disappointed in this. The sub-minimal has been the OG in the latte art game, and this is the kind of results I'm getting out of it. Hand frothers has its uses. It is, not hands-free, but cable-free. It's battery operated. You can bring it around anywhere you want. You can switch it out for different hits, and you can do latte art. You can do whisking of stuff. You can basically use it as a very general frother, not just for milk. Although it does have a deep learning curve. They all have their uses, as you can see. Latte art, all sorts of drinks, hot and cold, and versatility of, bringing it around anywhere you want. Okay, so that's it from me. If you have one of these machines or disagree with what I've said or have different results than what I'm getting, go down to the comments, tell us what you think. Otherwise, till next time, have a nice day. We wing it!